When an object covered equal distance in equal interval of time along a straight line, the object is said to move in a uniform motion. What is uniform motion? When an object covered equal distance, equal interval of time along a straight line, the object is said to move in uniform motion. Example, a girl is covering equal distance and in equal second. Non-uniform motion, when an object does not move, does not cover equal distance in equal interval of time along a straight line, the object is said to move in a non-uniform motion. Uniform motion, equal distance, equal interval of time, are at a equal distance in equal interval of time is called non-uniform motion. Example, the distance covered by a girl in equal interval of in unequal time. এবার দেখো distance. What is distance? The length of actual path traveled by a moving body in a certain interval of time, irrespective of the direction of travel, is called the distance. Distance মানে covered the path. The length of the actual path traveled by a moving body in a certain interval of time, irrespective of the direction of travel, is called the distance. Distance में खाली length of time, length of distance होता है. Displacement হচ্ছে shortest distance. The shortest distance between initial and final position of a moving body is called displacement of a body. তাহলে what is distance? Distance হচ্ছে the length of the actual path traveled by moving body in a certain interval of time, irrespective of the direction of the travel, is called distance. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Do you
sir.
see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Achha. What is displacement? The shortest distance between the initial and final position of a moving body is called displacement of a body. এবার দেখো difference between distance and displacement. দেখো difference between distance and displacement. Distance, it is a scalar quantity. Displacement, it is a vector quantity. दो नंबर देखो, it depends on the path, length of the path. It depends on the initial and final position of a moving body. 3 number देखो, it cannot be zero, or it cannot be zero, or it can be zero. It is always positive, or it can be positive, negative, and zero. তাহলে difference between distance and displacement क्या है? देखो, it is a scalar quantity, or displacement is a vector quantity. दो नंबर देखो, it depends on the path, or it depends on the initial and final position. 3 number देखो, it cannot be zero, it can be zero. 4 number देखो, it is always positive, it can be positive, negative, or zero. তাহলে what is average speed? Average speed देखो, the total distance traveled dividing by the total time taken given by the average speed. What is average speed? Total distance by total time. Total distance traveled divided by the total time taken gives the average speed. What is velocity? Velocity can be defined as the speed in a particular direction. Particular direction is called velocity. What is velocity? Velocity can be defined as the speed in a particular direction. What is speed? Distance traveled in unit time is called speed. Do you understand? Next. এবার দেখো
Yes,
difference
sir.
between speed and velocity. It is a scalar quantity speed or vector quantity. It is vector quantity velocity. It cannot be zero or it may be zero. Speed can be either zero or positive, or velocity can be zero, positive or negative. The difference between speed and velocity, it is a scalar quantity speed, or velocity it is a vector quantity. Do number it cannot be zero, or do number it may be zero. Three number the speed can be either zero or positive, or velocity can be zero, positive or negative. Type of velocity. Velocity का कितना टाइप है देखो. Velocity of an object can be categories into the uniform velocity and non-uniform velocity. Same as uniform velocity, when a body cover equal distance, cover equal displacement in equal interval of time, it is said to be moving body is uniform velocity. When a body covers equal displacement in equal time interval, it is said to move with uniform velocity. A non-uniform velocity, when a body covers unequal displacement in unequal interval of time, it is said to moving with variable velocity or non-uniform velocity. Do you understand? Velocity got two categories. Velocity is a two.
Yes, sir.
Therefore, uniform velocity, non-uniform velocity. Uniform velocity, when a body covers equal distance in equal interval of time, it is said to moving with uniform velocity. Non-uniform velocity, when a body covers unequal displacement in unequal interval of time, is called the non-uniform velocity or variable velocity. এবার average velocity দেখো, when velocity is variable, the average velocity can be calculated by dividing the total displacement by total interval of time. যেমন total distance by total time था average speed, তেমনি average velocity में total displacement by total time taken. What is acceleration? Acceleration হচ্ছে rate of change of increasing velocity is called acceleration. Rate of change of increasing velocity is called acceleration. SI unit of acceleration meter per second square. আর retardation হচ্ছে rate of change of decreasing velocity. Rate of change of decreasing velocity is called retardation or declaration. Rate of change of decreasing velocity is called retardation or declaration. What is mass? It is the quantity of matter contained in a body. Quantity of matter contained in a body is called mass. And what is weight? It is a force with which a body is pulled towards the center of the earth. Hello, do you understand?
Yes, sir.
আচ্ছা এবার দেখো
Yes,
মাস
sir.
আর ওয়েটের মধ্যে ডিফারেন্স। তাহলে মাস क्या है? It contain नहीं है नहीं। It is the quantity of matter contained by the body, আর weight হবে it is the force with which a body is pulled towards the center of the earth. 2 নম্বর দেখো mass is measured by common balance, আর weight is measured by spring balance. আর mass always same all over the earth, our weight is differ. all over the earth. Do you understand?
Yes,
Yes,
Mass,
sir.
sir.
हाँ एक बार देख लो, अरे एक बार mass, it is a quantity of matter contained of a body, or weight of it is a force with which a body is pulled towards the center of the earth. दो नंबर देखो, mass, mass always same all over the earth, or weight always differ in different places. Our weight, mass is measured by the common balance, weight is measured by spring balance. Do you understand? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes,
आज
sir.
आज ये पूरा चैप्टर कंप्लीट हो गया. नेक्स्ट क्लास में इसका क्वेश्चन आंसर डिस्कशन करेगा. हर एक बात देख लो तुम लोग. यूनिफॉर्म मोशन, when an object cover equal distance in equal interval of time along a straight line, the object is said to move in a uniform motion. Non-uniform motion, when an object does not cover equal distance in equal interval of time along a straight line, the object is said to be non-uniform motion. एबार देखो एग्जांपल देख लो. The distance covered by girls in equal interval of time and equal interval of time and unequal interval of time. Distance, what is distance? The length of the actual path traveled by a moving body in a certain interval of time is called distance. What is distance? Length of the actual path traveled by a moving body in a certain interval of time, irrespective of their direction of travel, is called the distance. What is displacement? The shortest distance between the initial and final position of a moving body is called displacement. Difference between distance and displacement: distance, it is a scalar quantity; displacement, it is vector quantity. 2 number, it depends on the path. 2 number, it depends on the initial and final position of a moving body. 3 number, it cannot be zero. Or 3 number, it can be zero. 4 number, it is always positive. It can be positive, negative, and zero. What is average speed? The total distance traveled divided by the total interval of time taken. Total distance traveled divided by total time taken gives the average speed. So what is velocity? Velocity can be defined as the speed. Velocity can be defined as the speed in a particular direction. So what is speed? Distance traveled in unit time is called speed. এবার দেখো, difference between speed and velocity. It is a scalar quantity, or it is vector quantity. 2 number, it can be zero, it may be zero, it cannot be zero. আর speed হচ্ছে it can either zero or positive. 3 number, or velocity can be zero, positive, and negative. Type of velocity: there are two types of velocity: uniform velocity and non-uniform velocity. Uniform velocity, when a body covers equal distance, equal interval of time, is called uniform velocity. A non-uniform velocity, when a body covers equal distance in unequal interval of time, is called non-uniform velocity or variable velocity. এবার দেখো average velocity. When velocity is variable, average velocity can be calculated by the dividing total displacement by total time taken. Acceleration rate of change of velocity is called acceleration. What is acceleration? Rate of change of increasing velocity is called acceleration. A rate of change of decreasing velocity is called retardation. दोनों का यूनिट सेम, SI unit হচ্ছে meter per second square. What is mass? It is the quantity of matter contained in a body. It is the quantity of matter contained in a body is called mass. Weight, it is the force with which a body is pulled towards its center of the earth is called weight. এবার দেখো difference between mass and weight. Mass, এক নম্বর দেখো, it is quantity of matter contained in a body, আর weight, it is a force with which the body is pulled towards the center of the earth. 2 number देखो, it cannot be changed anywhere of the world বা earth, আর 2 number it can change anywhere of the world and earth, and 3 number it can be measured in common balance, or it can be measured in spring balance. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
नेक्स्ट क्लास में तुम लोग का इसका क्वेश्चन आंसर पूरा दे देगा. हाँ ठीक है. क्लास इज ओवर नाउ. नेक्स्ट क्लास में तुम लोग का क्वेश्चन आंसर दिया जाएगा.
ठीक है सर.
हैव ए नाइस डे.